This is day 205 of Ukrainian fight for freedom. This is Mediacentru Ukraine. My name is Vasil Samokhvalov, and our guest today is Natalia Humeniuk, the head of United Coordinating Press Center of Security and Defense Forces of the South of Ukraine. Welcome, Natalia. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes. I'd like to start off with the news. 10-15 minutes ago, the missile strike was delivered in Kherson. So it either hit administration of the city or administrative court. Do you have any details? If so, we would appreciate it. If no, in that case, how would your perspective on what's happening in the south of Ukraine? Is this positional fight? Is this counter-offensive? Is this regrouping? So what sort of situation do we have at the moment? Thank you to all those who are following the events in the southern front, but I'd like to ask you to follow information silence regime and do not seek the news where it's not there. Please trust the armed forces of Ukraine. They know what they do. They prepare the best news for you. What's happening now, informationally wise, when everybody is elated because of the success in the east of Ukraine, so they are trying to get some positive news from the south of Ukraine, I believe that this is informational chaos because people can't do their work properly. They are coming up with the fake news and in the system of hybrid wars. So this is harmful to what we do. Please remember that our enemy is also prudent, so they keep listening, watching news, and they try to spread the propaganda to the people who are under the occupation, and they are trying to brainwash them, and the news that is presented by them are very harmful. Therefore, we would like to have the grounds for happiness, but unfortunately the happiness loves silence. Therefore, I ask you to please refrain from all comments about the liberated settlements, villages and towns, and please trust those who have the authority to provide trustworthy news. The fight goes on. Our enemy is still strong. Our enemy is using counter battery defense, so they keep their distance and they are hiding behind the reinforced concrete constructions. They are trying to withdraw and they are still trying to stay where it's safe and where they feel relatively protected. Today in the morning, we heard that another jet fighter that belonged to the Russian Federation was downed. Why so? Why do they down them so frequently? Well, first of all, because there are more of them. So the more jet fighters, the more we down them. They also deliver aviation strikes as the distance influence way. We try to use all our might in order to destroy their jet fighters that deliver such strikes. In 2 weeks of our productive work, we downed 2 jet fighters, 2 helicopters, so that's the new week and that's the new victories. The dump in Kryvyi Rih that was also affected by the missile strike. So that also was done deliberately in order to aggravate the transportation of Ukrainian troops in Kherson region. Is that the true information? If you learned economics and economic geography, then you understand that this information, of course, is related. And if the enemy attacks critical infrastructure objects, so this is yet another way of combat of our enemy, because remember, power plants, oil depots, and other facilities, of course, destruction of such objects affects the infrastructure of the city. And it's not only destruction of the facility, it's also psychological and moral pressure in the society, because the winter is around the corner. People are worried, people are getting prepared, and if there is additional pressure which is related to the front line, and you understand that this river, of course, is related, and the level of the water in the river is correlated with the dumps, and if these dumps are destroyed, of course, the water level is disbalanced. The enemy is trying to use all possible means, but our main job is to continue our fight, and I believe that we will be more successful and faster than them. The armed forces of Ukraine control all bridges, all dams, all viaducts across the river, and it's understandable that weaponry, ammunition, and armored vehicles cannot be transported to the other bank of the river. When do you think Russians will start surrendering? The process has already started. It's not as massive as we would want it to be, but we have to understand that brainwashing is done on the other side. They are also working with their personnel psychologically. They try to organize a rotation of their divisions. So they want to take the most demoralized units in the rear, brainwash them, and then put them in the battlefront again. So everything is done in a fussy way, because they don't have enough time, because their logistics centers have been affected. They don't have enough capabilities. They cannot provide ammunition, PPE, and armored vehicles, because the logistic chains have been destroyed. They don't have enough experienced commanders, because their command centers have also been affected. Therefore, we are trying to use this period of their helplessness, and we are trying to implement our plans. Thank you very much. Our guest today was Natalia Humeniuk, head of the United Coordinating Press Center of Security and Defense Forces of the South of Ukraine. Looking forward to more positive news. Thank you very much. We will continue our work on Monday.